Today, I'm here with According to GOAT, and we're breaking down the latest war between OneHive and Divine Justice. You're not going to want to miss this one. What is up, my friends? My name is Echothromi, and today I'm here with According to GOAT, and we're breaking down the latest OneHive versus Divine Justice war. Guys, this one is exciting today because we're looking at both sides of the war. 3 attacks from OneHive and 3 attacks from Divine Justice. I'm here to shout it, and GOAT is here to give you guys an analysis of each of the attacks and the strategies being used. GOAT, how you doing today, brother?
Hey, you know what, Echo? I'm glad you have me here. I'm really happy to be on the channel. We got OneHive. We got Divine Justice. It doesn't get any better than that. I'm really excited to get into these attacks.
I'm excited as well, man. And if you guys aren't familiar with GOAT yet, you guys should definitely check him out on YouTube. He has his own channel, Clash Content, where he gives you in-depth analysis of all different Clash of Clans strategies. You guys are going to want to check him out. I'll have information on him below, as well as information in the cards and around this video. So be sure to check him out. But I'm ready to jump into the first attack, which is a 10v11 on our very own number 1. And when I say our very own, I'm talking about Divine Justice, because that's my home clan. Are you ready to jump into that one, GOAT?
Hey, I'm excited for it. Let's do this thing.
All right, let's hit there in 3, 2, 1, and play. Now let us know what you're thinking on this hit right here.
Well, I think that there's some rules that everybody goes into when they look at attacks, whether it's Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10. You know, they want to go in with the kill squad, obviously. They want to get the clan castle, the queen, and they want to get a good percentage of the base. I'd say maybe a quarter, 25% to 30%. If you can do those things starting off your attack, you know the rest of it's going to go pretty well. In this attack, you see he's coming in with these balloons. He's hitting a quarter of this base, just like I just said here. And it's really putting in some work here.
Yeah, and I love how he cleans up behind. I believe he uses some minions and he has some pups there, which are going to clean up behind. They're pretty much safe too, since all the defenses surrounding were taken out. Good use of those that camp space.
Right. So at this point, you have the clan castle out. You know, he's pulling everybody over. Those witches take forever to get over to a corner. So he got that down. They're moving their way over, and it's going to be taken out. And then you can see a quarter of this base has nothing protecting it. So then he's just going to start taking out these trash buildings.
Yeah, and he's getting good value out of that baby dragon, which I always say one of the most valuable troops in the game. You know, we took out the CC with the baby dragon and a poison, and then it goes up and cleans up more percentage from the base as well.
Right, this baby dragon just took out the entire clan castle. Now it's working its way inside the base. It's going to go down, but it's going to go down as a warrior's death.
Right, and it definitely got its value. Now we have our minions cleaning up some of those outside storages, which is great. High hit point buildings, and now the eagle is activated. We got our kill squad coming in here. Yeah.
So you see it is a perfect funnel. Now he's going to try to work his way right to that town hall. And the minions are still up top there taking out those buildings and getting that percentage.
Right.
Because for a 10v11, it's all about getting 50%, and then it's about getting the town hall. You have to get those 2 things for it to be a successful attack. A 49% 1-star where you got the town hall isn't going to be successful. And man, the amount of planning that went into this attack is just next level. When you got OneHive going and they're going strong and they're hitting on all cylinders, it's hard to stop them. We just seen the town hall drop here. The queen's going to get inside there. She's going to take down the inferno, and then she's going to run out of steam. And we're going to see, what, 55, 56, 57% here. Ooh, no, it's going to stay at 55. But
yeah,
definitely a lot of planning and a lot of value there. So
yeah,
great hit.
And to be honest, Prescott Maddie, who's one of the co-leaders in the clan, he actually reached out to me and said this attack from OneHive was unbelievable. You should show this on the channel, even though it was my base being 2-starred. He wanted us to share it just because of how in-depth and how well planned out this attack was.
And you know what? That's a credit to him, because that means he's a fan of the game. I mean, even though it happened to him, he could see and appreciate the planning that was involved in it, and the results, and he could sit back and say, you know what, that guy deserved everything he got. So hats off to him.
Yeah, and there we go. I'm a Divine Justice guy giving a little bit of a highlight to OneHive, so I guess it happens, right?
Hey, you gotta love it.
All right, let's jump over to the second attack. So I'm going to jump back to the war map, and we decide that we're going to look at base number 20, which you were saying was a 10v10. So let's scroll down there right now, and let's replay that one and jump right into it. Are you there?
20, I am there.
All right, let's hit replay in 3, 2, 1, and play. All right, I'm into this one. Exterior Town Hall in the south. Level 1 Infernos on multi. And it looks like we got a... What do we have coming in here?
Yeah, he got a lot of hogs there, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly what he thought about taking this base down. You could see it's a two-pronged attack, so two-pronged, 2 stages, and so there's a lot of thought put into this, and I'm sure he didn't do it on his own. You know, a lot of these clans, they have, you know, planning parties and different things like that with Discord, and they get in there. So immediately he's going to start picking at these outside junk buildings and try to get in there. The reason I think this was a fresh attack is just the way that he dropped that those balloons there with the haste. He was going for that archer tower, and that Tesla surprised him. So I'm pretty sure that this was a fresh hit.
Makes sense. And you know, you mentioned that it was a planning party. That's a smart way to attack, utilizing your team and really putting your heads together to put a solid attack together. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, in the current 10v10 climate, you got to. I mean, it's hard to plan these attacks on your own, and you're going to see it's going to go by those rules we talked about earlier. He wants to get that queen, he wants to get that CC, and he wants to get at least 1 Inferno here.
And he gets it right here.
He's got the percentage.
Yep.
He has the queen, he has the king too, and they're going in there and they're working, and he's going to get a good start to this. And now you're going to see the hogs go in, and typically you're going to see the hogs go in, and what they're going to do is they're going to come in kind of clockwise here and start working their way around. So
nice freeze on that
Inferno tower. Yeah, very nice freeze. Got the heal down, and now the hogs are continuing to go clockwise here.
Yeah, and there's not much stopping these hogs at this point, especially with that heal in the bag.
No, and you know what? There's these little skeletons here, so they're going to put a little work in on them. What I see, 1, 2, 3. No, is that, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Giant bombs already triggered, so you know, what's he got? 1 more left, maybe 2.
I'm pretty sure that Hung was in good spirits at this point in the attack.
Yeah, he was all smiles, I'm sure about it.
Yeah.
So the hogs are just going to finish cleaning up these buildings. There are no defenses left. I mean, it was a very fast attack. So now you're going to see 1 giant bomb.
There it is.
But and my count was wrong. There goes the second one. So he lost a lot of hogs. We'll see how many are going to come out from behind this.
He lost a lot of his hogs there, but
right.
Plenty.
There's only 3 left, but at this point it's already too late.
Yeah, it is.
Even without those wizards would have finished the job. So good job.
Another solid attack from OneHive, well thought out, well put together. Any last statements on this attack?
No, I mean, you can see why these guys are going to the CWO finals and going to Estonia, and why these good things are happening to them, because they're putting in a lot of work.
It's OneHive, man.
It is.
All right, let's get to our third attack.
An astute observation there, Mr. Echo.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to go to our last one right now. It's on base number 21. It's another 10v10, the last one that you guys are going to see from OneHive. I'm ready to go. Are you there with me, Goat? We'll hit replay in.
What are we at, 21?
Yeah, on 21. Let's hit replay in 3, 2, 1, and play. All right, another exterior, of course, anti-3, Town Hall 10, level 1 Infernos again. And it looks like a Gobo Laloon attack from what I'm seeing. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. And, you know, just the way that Baby Dragon goes in there with that wizard, you could tell they clicked on every single defense to see its range. And, you know, they're going to be able to get, what, 10% of the base with just that?
Yep.
Before they actually even make their way in. So, you know, again, just the planning is remarkable.
Well, they put in the time, and it shows on the attacks. All right,
I think that's what it goes into a lot. You know, I mean, whether you're a Town Hall 8, a Town Hall 9, whatever Town Hall you are, you know, the amount of time you spend in planning will show. You may not always get the results, but you know what? It'll still show that you tried, and you know that you had a plan going into it, and I think that's very important here. So now you're going to start seeing the Lalo come in, but they got what, 31% of the base, the clan castle, and the queen. Heroes. So again, those are the simple rules to 3-star bases. You know, they have a good opening.
Basically hasted the whole entry right there. Everything's under haste. 3 more in the bag.
Right.
Looks like they went with a lot of haste.
There's so many balloons right now.
Got that hound still alive, tanking that final AD. No longer alive, but balloons are going to come in. There's so many balloons. There's no stopping these balloons right now.
Yeah, it's as Galadon would say, there's a balloon parade.
It looks like it.
Although he'd do it in a weird voice.
Yeah,
so now we're at cleanup time. It's going to be cleanup time, and there's minions everywhere, pups everywhere. There's, you know, 15 balloons still going. So
I always say Laloon.
This is a wrap.
Laloon cleanup is always the most beautiful thing in the game, in my opinion. It's just, so nice to watch.
You have the pups and the minions. It's the worst thing in the world when you have all these buildings left and all you have is your balloons grouped up together. That's the type of stuff that happens to me.
I don't know about you, man, but with me, my planning, I could plan to the exact number of pups that remain. I mean, that's how I plan my attacks.
Well, then you are much better than I, sir, so I salute you.
Totally kidding. I can't even get 3 with the All right,
Dude, you almost think, though, at that level that they can plan that way. I mean, just the way they plan their troop spaces and I mean, you know, not just them, but Divine Justice too. You know, I mean, they get planning too. You know, and things just don't work out maybe always, but you could definitely tell the way that they're respected in the community and that you guys are respected in the community that you've earned it.
Yep, I agree. So why don't we head over and take a look at the 3 attacks that Divine Justice has to share. Alright guys, we're back with Divine Justice part of this war, and we're focusing on this Town Hall 9 to start things off. This attack was done by I Love You, and it's gonna be that perfect storm attack. Why don't we start this one off, Goat, in 3, 2, 1, and play. So you want to tell us what you're thinking on this attack? I know it's something a little bit different from what you normally see.
Yeah, I think this comes down to base selection, you know, knowing what you want to use troop-wise, what you're better at using, and picking the right, you know, base for that attack. And this is a perfect base for the perfect storm, so we're going to call this the perfect storm, this attack here. So I love you, I love you, I love you, I like that, I love you too. Came in here, he's going to get those zap quakes and take out the AD. I think he probably wanted to get both ADs there.
Yeah, he did. It actually didn't go to plan there for him, but it's going to pull out in the end, but only did get one.
You definitely got to be able to make, you know, in-game adjustments if things start going wrong, and it looks like he did that. So you get the surging heroes to take out the one AD. You got the lava hound coming in there to deal with the other AD. And he's gonna have to worry about this once he starts getting closer and in range of this last AD here, because like you said, it didn't go to plan. But he's holding back some balloons. Can take it.
There we go.
Oh, the pup just took it out.
Yep,
look at
the
that.
pup took it out. It had that little bit health left.
That was beautiful.
Yep. Lava pup. That was all to plan, I believe, actually.
Yeah, he planned that. We talked about planning, and this is next level planning from I Love You here. So
it sure is.
I like that. I like that. That was a lava pup surprise.
Lava pup support, we call it over here in Divine Justice. So yeah, really all we have left is that one Tesla right there in the base, and then, I mean, this one actually went pretty quick. Dragons are normally a slow attack, but this one went pretty well right here, to be honest with you.
I think it came down to is the base was pretty straightforward. There's nothing in corners, no hidden Teslas off to the side, and man, that was like, what, 1 minute and 44 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was over. It almost went faster than what we could talk, so.
That's a fast dragon attack. Now, the good thing is we have another perfect storm attack to show in a few minutes, so we could talk about it all over again there. Why don't we jump over to the second Divine Justice Town Hall 9 attack now?
I wonder if this one will be the perfect storm again.
I don't know. I don't know about this one. This one's more like an Archer Queen Walk Laloon, so let's go on base number 27 right now. And if you're there, I'm ready to replay it in 3, 2, 1, and play. On base number 27... different attack strategy.
I'm on base 30. No, I'm kidding.
Got me nervous, man.
That's all right. Let's get her in there. This base isn't as straightforward as the other one. You know, you got these junk buildings kind of all over the place here.
Yeah. Yep, he's doing that nice queen walk though, and that always helps when you have some of those garbage buildings on the outside to clean some stuff up before the attack actually goes in.
Right. So remember, we talked about you know, the rules when you're going in and trying to decode a base. Is you want to get the queen, you want to get the CC, and you want to get a high percentage of the base. Now, the point of the queen walk is to start getting that percentage, but the queen, in this case, she's in the center of the base along with the clan castle. So it's going to be easy to pull the clan castle here, but it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with the queen at the center of the base here.
Yeah, many a times I've had to deal with a queen that I couldn't take care of, and she usually takes down my whole attack when I'm dealing with Laloon. So curious to see how this works out.
Yeah, you got the lava hound there, so that's just going to slow it up. That's going to start messing with your time. And, you know, then when that pops, you end up having to use the ability.
Right.
And things can go south that way. I mean, this looks like a pretty straightforward queen walk. I mean, you know, there's a difference between a queen walk and a queen charge where you want to jump into the base, and then that way you can deal with the queen. So, yeah.
Well, he did send in a wall breaker. I guess that wall breaker was probably to lower that CC. I was thinking he was trying to break in there, but it doesn't seem that that was the plan. Here he's going to be breaking in over on this portion.
But he still has the queen ability there, so
yeah,
I mean, things are still going good here. You know, the only thing about a queen walk for me, and maybe why I'm not so good at them, is just time management. Because you got to focus on the brunt of your attack, and you got to be able to focus on keeping your queen up and knowing when to hit the ability. And there's been way too many times where I've lost the queen and didn't hit the ability because I was so focused on the main portion of the attack.
Exactly.
So that really comes into effect when you have, you know, a queen walk, and then you have the kill squad in there, and then you still want to do the Lalo on the back end of it, because that's a three-pronged attack. So those are a lot of things you got to keep track of all at the same time. And he does a really good job here. I mean, these balloons are going to clean up. Pretty much nothing to worry about here. This is going to be a 3-star pretty easy.
It was done nice. The queen did. I mean, he took his time with that queen walk to get done what needed to get done. He actually broke in there, did take care of the enemy queen with his queen, was able to preserve the ability throughout the popping hound, which was impressive. It just ended up working out really well, and he used a lot of minions in this attack too. A lot of support minions there.
Yeah, there's a lot left there. A lot of balloons were left at the end of that attack too, so kudos to him. Good job.
It went well for him. But we were talking about the perfect storm, and I have one more perfect storm for you. That's going to be on base number 30 for you there. And let's get down over there, and, you know, tricking me that you were there before. And I'm ready to roll. Let's replay that one in 3, 2, 1, and play. And let's see if he gets those ADs this time around. This one is Russ J2. He's got that Quake going.
Yeah, the Quake's in there.
And he's going to save that third lightning. He's going to put it over on the right a little bit more. And there he goes. That time it worked out to plan.
Yeah, that worked out perfect. He took out that entire compartment there. I mean, got 6% of the base with some spells. I think that that Tesla there kind of fooled him, but that's all right. So,
to be honest with you, I'm
the
not
king
sure
and queen
if
are
this
going to
is
work their way in there.
Yeah, the queen's going to have no problem getting this first AD. He can, you know, confidently send in those dragons already.
Absolutely, and then, you know, I'm sure he has that clan castle lava hound, and that's going to work on that inner base, but that's pretty much going to be it. I mean, he has a nice core here with the splash damage and the archer towers there that can put in work on dragons, especially if they start clumping up.
Right.
So, I mean, there isn't a problem here with a bad base build. I mean, it's definitely a good base build here, but,
I agree.
You know, there's always a plan for your base. No matter how good your base is, there's always going to be somebody who can plan it and execute on it. And and this is just one of those cases where it was just good planning, you know. And some people even say you don't have to plan at Town Hall 9. You could just slap an army together and do it in 5 minutes. Well, I disagree with that. And there should be planning even starting at Town Hall 7 with dragons, because dragons can be unpredictable. I remember when I was at Town Hall 8 using dragons a lot, they would circle on you so bad and mess you up and time fail you. So there's definitely a skill to using dragons, and I'm glad to see them at Town Hall 9 again.
Yeah, I love seeing the dragons. They're always a fun attack to watch, replay.
Absolutely, and again, this base was just, look how many dragons are left. You know, he still had balloons standing, so
yeah,
not much match for this army and this skilled attacker.
no, it was definitely. I'm a fan of that attack. It's definitely a fun one, and it seems to be solid. There's not many times that I've seen it fail. I have seen it fail, of course, but I would say it triples more than it does, and I'm impressed with it all the time. But those are the attacks that we had for you guys. I had a lot of fun here with Goat, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. Any last things you want to say, Goat, before we call it a night?
You know what? I appreciate you having me on the channel today. I had a lot of fun. I'm sad it's over. Let's do the entire war right now. Let's do it. You got all night?
You know what, man? Sometimes it's fun to work with somebody else and to just do it a little different. I think we should definitely do something like this again. If you guys want to see me and Goat on the channel again doing something similar, just let us know in the comments if you enjoyed this, if you found it more enjoyable than just listening to me the whole time. I'd love to know what you guys think down below. Be nice. I don't, try not to hurt my feelings. But,
no, it was good fun, and yeah. This is the first time I've done a collaboration, and it was a lot of fun, and it went quick, and I hope we can do it again in the future.
Sounds good to me. It definitely was fun, and it's a good time. But on the screen right now, guys, you see the outcome of this war. Divine Justice lost this one to OneHive, 102 to 109, and it shows that percentage doesn't always matter. Divine Justice had them in percentage by 1.4, but at 90%, OneHive pulled off a win, by 7 stars. So really nicely done, OneHive. Big props to you guys over there. And it was a fun war, a good war, and you really showed your skill on both your bases that we struggled with a few of and your attacks on your end. So that was really awesome. But if you guys haven't checked out Goat, I'm going to tell you again, please make sure that you go over there and check out his channel. If you like what he has for you, definitely subscribe to him because he comes out with stuff all the time, and he has very knowledgeable content on this game. If you're looking to improve, it's a good place to go. And if you enjoyed this video of me, you should definitely subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, because I come out with Clash of Clans content every single day. I also throw in some Clash Royale and Brawl Stars from time to time, so if you're into that stuff, this is the place to be. And if you want to hit me up on Twitter, you could always do so at EchoThroughMe. Do you have a Twitter yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow me on @GoatKnowsAll on Twitter, and that's also for Instagram.
All right, so if you have the gram, which I don't, you could always hit him up over there or on Twitter. But guys, that's been it for me. It was great to have you, Goat. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. Like I said, I'm happy to be here, and I appreciate you having me on.
You got it, brother. And guys, I'll see all of you back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.